everyone. I'm going to read a story. The title of this story is Pecos Bill Rides a Tornado. Pecos Bill was the greatest cowboy who ever lived. He was as wild as a tumbleweed in a whirlwind. But how did he get that way? Bill was a mighty tyke who was only 4 years old. When his family decided to move out west, some boys would have dreaded such a long trip, but not Bill. Yee-haw! He shouted when he heard the news. Though he was young, Bill was as tough as any pioneer. Bill helped his family get ready for the journey by tossing heavy furniture into the wagon. "He is strong as a bull," said his mother. "No, he's as strong as 3 bulls," said his father. Soon Bill's family was ready to leave. The covered wagon rumbled and tumbled west on dusty road. After many weeks of hard traveling, they came to the Pecos River in Texas. While the wagon was crossing the river, Bill tossed out his fishing line, a fish just about as big as all of New England. Pulled Bill right into the water. The fish dragged Bill far downriver from his family. Bill thought he would surely drown, but an old coyote saw him struggling and ran to save him. The coyote mother must have felt sorry for Bill because she pulled him from the water. Her pack adopted Bill and taught him the way of the wild. Bill grew up faster than weeds in a cornfield. First his shirt popped up, and then his trousers. He romped with the coyote by day and howled with them at night. Bill lived with the coyote for 15 years. Then one day, a cowboy riding along the Pecos River caught sight of Bill. "Hey, kid," said the cowboy. "Where in the world are your clothes?" "I'm a coyote, not a kid," said Bill. "And coyotes don't wear clothes." "Well, I'll be," said the cowboy. "But if you're a coyote, then where's your tail?" Bill looked for his tail, but couldn't find one and got confused. "Well, if I'm not a coyote," said Bill, "what am I?" "You're a mighty big boy," laughed the cowboy. The cowboy gave Bill some clothes. "My name is Curly Joe," said the cowboy. "What's yours?" "I'm Bill," said Bill. "I think Pecos Bill is a better name for you," said the cowboy. And so it was. Curly Joe rode off on his horse, and Bill ran alongside him. A rattlesnake behind a rock struck Bill's leg, but Bill's leg was so tough that the snake thing couldn't break his skin. Bill laughed as he pulled the snake off his leg. "Well, Snake," said Bill, "I guess you can come along with us now." The snake curled around Bill's shoulder as friendly as a kitten. Curly Joe, Bill, and the snake came upon a camp filled with outlaws. When they saw Bill with a live rattlesnake wrapped around his neck, the outlaw gasped. "What do you want?" asked the outlaw. "Fearfully, food," said Bill, "and water." Curly Joe and Bill spent the night. The next day, Bill watched as the outlaw practiced the cattle roping. "Let me show you the right way to use a lasso," said Bill, as he picked up a rope. Bill lassoed the heads of the outlaw head. He lassoed embers from the campfire. Bill even lassoed the horns of a toad. Bill saw a wild black horse near the outlaw's camp. "What's the horse doing out there?" Bill asked. "Her name's Widowmaker," said the outlaw. "There's not a man alive that can ride the horse." Quick as a whistle, Bill was on the black horse's back. She bucked and kicked. She bucked, she kicked. She tossed Bill as high as the cloud, but Bill still landed on her back. For 3 days and nights, Widowmaker tried to throw Bill to the ground. Finally, the horse realized she had met her match and decided to be friends. One day in early spring, a storm came roaring in over the desert. Lightning flashed like fireworks and the rain pelted the rocks. The storm grew into a tornado. It swept up the snake. Curly Joe and Widowmaker twisted them into the sky. Acting fast to save his friend, Bill used his lasso to catch the ugly tornado by the tail. The twister spun him like and out of control. Locomotive. Bill hung onto his rope as the tornado pulled him high into the air. Though he was miles above the ground, Bill wasn't worried. He put one hand over the other on his rope and climbed to the top of the tornado. He rode that tornado like a wild bronco. The tornado twisted and turned into it until it finally put the snake, Widowmaker, and Curly Joe safely back on the ground. "Yippee!" Bill yelled as he kicked the tornado again. This time the tornado spun around a rainbow, and that was in their path. Billy lassoed the tornado and pulled it down to the river. He didn't let go of the rainbow. He yanked it everywhere. Before long, the whole desert was full of colors that rubbed off the rainbow on the rocks. They called it the Painted Desert nowadays. And that's how Pecos Bill became the greatest cowboy who'd ever lived. What is the other proposed? A to inform, B to entertain, C to explain the process, D to persuade. I see. Read the sentence. Pecos Bill was the tank when his family headed west. What is a tank? A tricycle B, a strong man. C, a small child. D, a troublemaker.
Ủa, 39 rồi mà 13 người chết, 5 người mất tích vẫn chết nốt. Chết một lửa.
Toàn đàn ông chết nữa. Toàn đàn ông chết ấy. Không có trẻ em đâu.
I see. Which of these events could really happen? I pick. I see. How old was Bill when Curly Joe found him? A, 4 years old. B, 19 years old. C, 17 years old. D, 20 years old. I just see. What convinced Bill he wasn't a coyote? A, he had no fur. B, had no tail. C, he couldn't howl. D, had no claw. I just be. Why? Why were the outlaw afraid of Bill? A, he had a rattlesnake around his neck. B, he had no clothes on. C, Bill was tall and tough. D, Curly Joe was protecting him. I just A. Which of these events could really happen? B, A, Bill tamed the horse Widowmaker by staying on her back for 3 days and nights. B, Bill lassoed the horns of a toad. C, Bill lassoed a tornado. D, Bill became friends with Curly Joe. I Z. The author uses this tale to explain the creation of A, the Grand Canyon. B, the Painted Desert. C, rainbows. D, tornado. I B.
Woohoo! You did it!
I got 7 of 10 I got 8 of 10 correct. The end. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.